So the CEOs of the Centre for Digital Public Services and the Chief Digital Officers of Wales meet regularly, at least once every fortnight, to talk about and agree on the priorities for the digital agenda in Wales. And we want to work in the open, we want to share what we talk about with you. So we're just going to give you a quick run round of what we've talked about today. We've met in Cardiff in the Spark building and we've had a really interesting agenda. So Myra.
So one of the big things on our agenda was looking at a proposal from CDPS to set up what we're calling CDPS Labs. This is because we know that across Wales we could improve our websites by improving our content and also our online forms to make it much easier for people to find what they're looking for, to access the services they want and to input information about themselves. So in our labs we're going to be inviting other people from across the public sector to come and work with us to improve their website content and improve the forms that they're using, and then we're going to share the learnings from that and the tools that we develop and roll those out and make them available to other people to improve the offering that we can make online. What else are we doing?
And one of the other things we're doing, which is probably really important to most of the people that will listen to this little video, is about attract, recruit and retain. So this is the struggle that many people in the public sector across Wales are having to recruit digital and data staff into their organisations, and also to keep them there and to keep them within the public sector in Wales. So we've set up a steering group that we're going to use to make sure that we are focusing on the right things. We're going to do some work to develop our own job profile so that you can use these for your recruitment and your retention purposes. And that also we are starting to have those conversations around how you pitch the jobs at the right level, so we're attracting the right people. So that means using the right language that people will be able to recognise as a job that they think they could do or they would want to do. Which is a really important piece of work, because most of the things that we want to do, we can't do them without the right people. And we know that there are people out there, but we're not necessarily getting them into the right place at the right time to have the biggest impact. So for us, it's a big priority.
Yeah, and one of the important things that we need to do as CDOs is to make sure that we're working on things that are important to the people of Wales and to our ministers. And of course, one of the biggest priorities at the moment for ministers and the rest of the public sector is the cost of living crisis. So we've been talking about how we can work together as digital leaders to support that, support the actions needed in that crisis. We've been doing some user research to understand what public authorities are doing and where they think improvements can be made. Two of the areas we want to take forward to work with local authorities and other partners on content for their websites, to make sure it's accessible, to make sure that citizens can understand what support is available to them and how they can access it. There's lots of information out there at the moment, but we want to make it as easy and accessible to people as possible. We also want to look at data sharing. We've heard from local authorities that data sharing is a real barrier for them, helping to identify who they need to support. So we want to get out there and talk to local authorities about those barriers and give them some advice and guidance on how we can overcome some of those barriers and put actionable plans in place to help them to make sure that data sharing is not a barrier to giving people good services. We also want to look at the long term, how we can learn from this crisis and develop new ways of working and new digital services for the future to future-proof this for any future crisis.
So we'll be meeting regularly, we'll continue to meet regularly, and we want to work in the open and we want to let people know what we're working on and what the priorities are. So we'll be coming back to you with regular videos like this one, but let us know what you think. This is our first one. Thank you.